You may have noticed that there's nothing on my walls behind me, and that's because I recently moved into my first apartment alone. I'm looking up. I just ordered something to go behind me. It's gonna be this. How do you like it? I guess like it would be that big. Put my head in front. This is one thing I want to do on this YouTube is talk about like my design choices and everything. There's also a window right in front of me that I think I want to put some daytime curtains because it gets like super, super bright. So I want like half shade. And I think after making this video, I'm gonna go to this store at home that has all this stuff in it. My friend described it as like a Costco TJ Maxx. So like lots of stuff, but like for your home. And sometimes this kind of thing is hard for me to make decisions and like be confident in my choices and stuff. And shopping in general can sometimes like my default. I think it will be like tiring or overwhelming or like I just don't feel like doing it. But my friend pointed out to me yesterday, like, made me realize that this is a creative project and I need some more creative outlets in my life for sure. So I'm excited to have this blank canvas of a space of an apartment to decorate. And I'm realizing like if I view it like that, I'm more excited about it because it's just like a canvas that I paint on, and I don't feel like that scared about decisions I make when I paint a canvas, you know? So there's no need to be scared or like ask a million people how to decorate my place. Like just I'll know when I know, and I'll get into moods where I'm like, I need that, like this. I need that. And I was thinking about doing like palm trees in here, or like I saw some, or a big cool window painting thing. But I already have a window here. I already have palm trees outside. And I'm wanting something colorful and fun. So that's what we have. All right. Getting warmed up here. This is also another creative outlet. And I just want to come on here and working on some structure, but I also want to have it go a little free flowy too. So, but today I actually have a topic, and it's on the artist's way. And okay, so for Christmas, my grandma gifted me this book with this journal to do at some point in my life. She said that like she knows very spiritual people, and like I don't know if it's one person that she sees as like a very spiritual person said that this book like changed her life, and she highly recommends this, and like recommended that my grandma get this for me. And I have a few other things I'm working on this year, so I was like, I just wasn't in the place Jan 1 to start working on that. But I'm working with a coach right now who just recommended, she's like, we were talking yesterday about goals for the year, and I was saying how I have goals around dating, but also related to that, I want to be my best self and like fill my cup up and like pour energy into myself. And as part of that, like maybe I take myself on a date once a week. Like I have not been doing that, and I know I probably should. And having or one night a week that I hang out with myself. And then my coach said, have you heard of the artist's way? Because in this book, they talk about taking yourself on an artist's date And then, so my coach was just telling me the artist date is kind of like a date with yourself, and then the morning pages, writing in the morning, which I'll dive deeper into. But anyway, and then my coach said this changed her life too in 2021, and how she wants to do this again this year. And it's a 12-week long program, or like you do this, it's 12 weeks long, and it would go hand in hand with my coaching. So she was like, let me know if you decide to do it. And I think that now would be a really great time to do this, especially because I want to, start creating content like this. So, but I feel a lot of like blocks or like limiting beliefs and stuff that this, I guess, can help you work through. So I want to talk about 3 things with this. First, how it explains some of these low moods and low energy I've been feeling lately. And then I'll talk a little bit about the morning pages and the artist's date. And basically I read up until chapter 1. Okay, yeah. I'm like until week 1. So I just read the intro, the morning pages, artist date, and then week 1 didn't start yet, but I already have activities to do. All right. So, okay. So talking with my coach yesterday, because I want to start some sort of side project like this. And I've experimented with a bunch of different side projects. Like I did yoga teacher training, became a yoga teacher, like put so much into hobbies or community or dating, or took some classes at an acupuncture school, Chinese medicine. Like, and I have something else in me that I want to like do, but I don't know what. And I guess okay, I don't know exactly what I wanted to say about this, but I feel like yesterday was kind of pivotal with the call that I had with this coach. Like, I feel like there was me before and me after. I realized that like creating content and me doing some sort of coaching, I've always been sort of drawn to, but realizing that it would hit like all my top values and needs in life, and like it hits a lot of things that are very energizing and like fulfilling to me, like mind blown. But then I also felt like very low energy and kind of like sad and kind of scared. So there is something that I was sending to my friend. That I was like, oh my gosh, this is why I've been feeling. I've been feeling kind of like grief and mourning. I don't know how to describe it really. I should write on this more and talk about it, but this book in the beginning talks about many of us wish we were more creative. Many of us sense that we are more creative but unable to effectively tap that creativity. Our lives somehow feel flat. Often we have great ideas, wonderful dreams, but are unable to actualize them for ourselves. Sometimes we have specific creative longings we would love to fulfill, like playing piano, painting, acting class, writing, like for me, YouTube, content creation, blogging, coaching. Sometimes our goal is more diffuse. We hunger for what might be called creative living, an expanded sense of creativity in our business lives and sharing with our children, our spouse, our friends. There's some good stuff in here, but bear with me while I skim it and say the good parts. Oh, okay. This is exactly what I've been doing this year with this coach. Okay, so working with this process, I see a certain amount of defiance and giddiness in the first few weeks. Like, haha, I'm so excited. I'm going to figure out what I want to do, like on the side and with my life in general. This entry stage closely followed by explosive anger in the course's midsection. The anger is followed by grief, then alternating waves of resistance and hope. This peaks and valleys phase of growth becomes a series of expansions and contractions, a birthing process in which students experience intense elation and defensive skepticism. So yeah, I don't know how to explain it right now, but I feel like that's me. Like, I'm kind of like super resistant to this stuff at the same time that like I used to be super giddy about it, and I do get excited about it, and I do have hope about it, but at the same time it's kind of like scary. I don't know. This choppy growth process is often followed by a strong urge to abandon the process and return to life as we know it. Yeah, I want to be like, this isn't what I'm gonna do. It's fine. Let me just go back. But there's not really anywhere to go back to. Like, yeah. And I don't know, part of me is like, I'm just saying this kind of unfiltered. I know, in one sense, I feel like it's not that big of a deal. I want to like gaslight myself, like, but there's a lot going on in my brain right now, and this kind of felt like it resonated for me. People are often tempted to abandon the course and point. I call this a creative U-turn. Recommitment to the process next triggers the free fall of a major ego surrender. Then final phase has like resilience, expectancy, excitement, as well as by the capacity to make and execute concrete creative plans. If this sounds like an emotional tumult, it is. When we engage in a creative recovery, we enter into a withdrawal process from life as we know it. Withdrawal is another way of saying detachment or non-attachment. Whatever. It talks about bringing the energy back into yourself. And in dealing with the suicide of the nice self we have been making do with. So yeah, I feel like I'm making do in some sense. We find a certain amount of grief to be essential. Without this, or our tears prepare the ground for our future growth. Without this creative moistening, we may remain barren. We must allow the bolt of pain to strike us. Remember, this is useful pain. Lightning illuminates. Ooh, I like that. How do you know if you are creatively blocked? Jealousy is an excellent clue. Are there artists whom you resent? Do you tell yourself, I could do that if only? I don't really feel jealous. I'm not super jealous, but I'm just like, I just think I could do that. I guess I do have the if onlys though. If only I knew where to start or something like that. Stop, and then, okay, these are kind of good too. Sorry, this is kind of slow, but stop telling yourself it's too late. Stop waiting until you make enough money to do something you'd really love. Stop telling yourself it's just my ego whenever you yearn for a more creative life. Stop telling yourself that your dreams don't matter, that they are only dreams, and that you should be more sensible. Stop fearing that your friends and family would think that you're crazy. Stop telling yourself that creativity is a luxury and that you should be grateful for what you've got. Yeah. So that was a good intro. And made me think, I don't know, for some reason that I really liked. But that this process is kind of terrifying in a way too. And like, it's scary putting yourself out there for one. And also like, it's like, I know I just need to get started, but there are so many things I want to talk about and for so long and so many things I want to do. But yeah, I think I just need to start chipping away, and like one small baby step at a time, which is how I do everything. And so this video, even though I just talked with a lot of pauses, I'm just gonna upload this, post it, and go with it when I'm done, which I'm not. But I'm trying to make it like easy as possible to just execute, put myself out there, put my ideas out there, and yeah, because this is basically saying you should do whatever you want to do. I don't know. I forget exactly. Anyways, then this book says, so right before the first chapter, it says that part of this is doing morning pages every single day. So pen and paper, 3 long pages. Oh yeah, so my grandma got me this book with it. So in here, I'm just writing my morning pages in here. So before I looked at my phone this morning, I actually wrote, and it basically says like you can write, I don't know what to write, it's like a free write, stream of consciousness, which you and I both know I love. However, I think that part of my brain is why I have anxiety sometimes and I spiral sometimes. So my therapist was actually telling me to stop journaling, but that was like a year ago. And I want to try this. And I think, so it basically says like if you're going to write down something every day, if there's like a pain point of your life or something, you're going to want to make a move eventually. And like beautiful, amazing things come out of these morning pages, which she talks about a few examples of like how they can be super helpful. So I did that today, day 1. I got some whiteboards, which are actually white vinyl from Home Depot, and I don't know if I can erase on them, but whether I keep this or get another one, I'm going to put whiteboards up, and I want to track my morning pages on there, as well as the artist's date, aka a date with yourself. Oh my gosh, they had good stuff on this. I wrote down like that I totally relate to this. Like they want you to go on a date with yourself for 2 hours every week, and if you have a lot of resistance to this, which you might, this is like a fear of intimacy, self-intimacy, and this is like a relationship that you ignore because you don't want to hear what they're thinking, because it just might hurt what they're thinking. So like if you don't let yourself sit with your thoughts, then you can ignore whatever problems you're having. But if you give yourself that space to bring up issues, and for your brain to like bring up the issues in your relationship with yourself, then you can address them and grow from them and like make real change that like leads to a better life and all that. I don't know, good stuff with that. And how, you gotta be close with yourself, but a lot of people don't want to. And it's like spending time with your child. Like, you just need to spend time with yourself. Like, even if it's just going to the store, which I think I'm about to do as like this artist state, or in the car or whatever. Like, you don't need to spend a ton of money. It's like spending time with a parent. Like, you don't only want to see them on the weekends with their new significant other. You want to like spend time together in the day-to-day. And so as kind of an impulse buy, I just bought the brick, which I've been thinking about for a while. I'll link it below. Sponsor me. But since like middle school, I always wished I could just get a flip phone, but your girl needs maps. So brick is this little thing that I guess you don't need to charge. You can put it anywhere, and then you tap your phone against it, and it will brick your phone, so you can't use anything except for the apps that you say, let me use. And so I think that I want to do only let myself use phone calls, maps, wallet. I think that's probably all I need at first. But when I'm doing these artist dates, I'm totally going to brick my phone. So yeah. I'm trying to think what else. That's the gist of it and what's going on with this Artist Way. So I'll give you updates, aka also give myself updates for when I watch this back, if I ever care to know what the Artist Way has to say. But yeah, let me know if you've ever heard of this. And yeah, I just keep hearing that it's life-changing. It's 12 weeks. I am in this period of like a lot of self-reflection and trying to find a little bit of direction and steps ahead. And I think this will be really good to unblock some of the things that have been blocking me. So I'll keep you updated on that and many more things. Oh, one final note, unrelated. So I used to have at work this sticky note that said, and this is probably from Mel Robbins, but what do I need to do, by when, and who can help me? And I just realized I can do the same thing for my life. Like, sometimes I think that I'm all alone doing things, but actually I can ask for help for certain stuff. So this whiteboard, these curtains I need to put up, a heavy whiteboard, big posters, or like big anything I want to put on my walls, I'm kind of intimidated by. Like, if I needed to drill something, I would need to get a drill. And then, like, how to make it level. How high? I don't know. How to put a curtain rod in, all this stuff. Like, I'm just kind of blocked. But I just asked my friend, who I realized is a handyman, if I would pay him, like, could you help me with some stuff? Like, are you good at that? And he said he is. So now I feel like I can go to this store, I can order whatever I want, and like, I don't know. It's just like, I know there's TaskRabbit, but even that, I'm like, how do you even get one of those? And I would. That's somebody that could help me, but I'm excited that I have a friend who is good at handyman stuff, because then I could learn from him and am way more inclined to get stuff to decorate my apartment and not be scared that I'll never put it up or I don't know how to do it. So here's your sign to whatever you've been meaning to do with work or your personal life. Like, who could possibly help you with this? And what do you need to do, or what do you want to do? And by when do you want to do it? And then who could possibly help you with it, even if it's just an accountability person. Let me know. Okay, I hope that you have a beautiful day, and I'll catch you next time.